So where did time go? We often hear people saying, time just went. That's not strictly true. We can find millions of excuses as to where time went. Deadlines, I was so busy, I was under such a lot of pressure, I had so many things that I had to do, I hardly saw the daylight. We make excuses as to where time went. But here's the interesting thing. My granny told me when I was a very young girl that the busiest person had the most time. And I thought to myself, that is just the weirdest thing to say, because if you're the busiest person, how do you have the most time? And then I learned what she meant. You see, busy people time manage. In other words, they start prioritizing, they start delegating, they start multitasking, they start planning, they start maximizing their time, using time to its full potential. That's how busy people have the most time. They don't have any more time than the rest of us. They just use it wisely. You know, we're all born with time. Don't know how much time we have. Some of us may have less than others. But we have time nonetheless. And it is a very expensive currency. You can't buy time. No matter how rich you are, there's nowhere that you can go to add to the time that you've been given. So let's think about that a little bit. The word lifetime. Lifetime. You've got life and time in one word. So time is part of life, and life is part of time. They are inextricably linked, and they coexist together. So you might say to yourself, what exactly does that mean? Well, it's simple. You need to live the time that you have. You need to live in that time. The saddest thing for me is regret. You regret how you spent your time or how you didn't spend your time. I've so often heard, especially when a person's passed away, I so wish that I could have spent more time with them. I so wish I had taken them fishing. I so wish I'd had more cups of tea with them. I so wish. Well, here's the reality. You made a choice to choose something that you found more important than doing what you now regret that you didn't do. You can't turn back time, people. It marches on. Every second that you're given is a second that you should utilize. Instead of bemoaning your woes about standing in a queue or having to wait for something, find something useful to do in that time. Think about it as something that you need to use to the fullest. How frequently I get asked by people, where do you find the time? It always amuses me. I didn't find the time. It was always there. I was living in the time exactly like you. The difference is I made a choice on what to do with my time on a specific day. And you may not have made any choice to do anything with your time on that day, justifying it by saying, I'm too tired, I'm feeling too ill, or I've had a busy week, or and we can think of a million excuses. That's why you couldn't find the time. You know, one of the greatest gifts that you can give anybody is your time. Not your money, not gifts, it's your time. I've often seen, just by giving a little bit of time and investing that in people, what a huge difference it can make in their lives. Just a genuine, good morning, how are you? How's your day been so far? Just a smile, just that little bit of investment in somebody else of your time in them could turn their day into something different, into something special. And at the same time, you would have used your time fruitfully. So let's get back to the question. Where has my time gone? Here's the answer. Wherever you let it go. And here's the other part of it. And you were with it. So don't come and ask where your time went. You know exactly where your time went. You made those choices. And you need to live by them. So, the moral of what I'm saying today is the following. You need to make choices on how to utilize your time. In that, you need to learn to compromise. You need to learn to prioritize. You need to learn to make time. And by make time, I don't mean go and cook up some time. I mean, out of the time that you've been allocated, choose how you are going to fit in that which is important so that you don't live with regrets. You have a lifetime, only one. It's not there forever. Live it and do whatever it is that your heart desires with the time that you have been given. Have the time of your life because the clock is ticking. There's no take twos with life. It's not a movie set. There's take ones. And make sure that that take one is fruitful, is worth it, and that you've invested everything that you've wanted to do in that time. So that when those sands of time eventually run through, you have lived your time the way you really wanted to. So today I'm asking you, think long and hard before you say to somebody, I'm just too busy. I just don't have time. And remember these words. You do have time. What you do with it is your choice. Please, choose wisely. It's been such a pleasure to share this pause with you today. Remember, your voice matters. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for the next tea adjournment.